You know, let me create a controversy. The whole, if you look at the markets or the newspapers, the financial markets, the financial news channels, everybody is talking about, oh, the rupee is going down against the dollar, the rupee is going against the dollar. Why not we think differently? Now, if the rupee goes against the dollar, what is happening? Therefore, we are getting per dollar more rupees into India. Suppose we go for an export, we are looking at only what we can get for what we export. Suppose we were getting 80 rupees to a dollar, today are getting 100 rupees to a dollar. Now, if you look at it, okay, I'm getting at 100 rupees a dollar more because I deal only in rupees. I'm not dealing in dollars. I'm dealing only in rupees. So what I want more rupees to spend. But the consequence of what is happening is, because my rupee vis-a-vis the dollar is so poor, when I have to invest in dollars to buy oil from $40 to $60 to $100, I am paying through my nose. So that is one of the reasons that we are looking at the prices of the why everybody is looking at so sadly at the price of the dollar going against against the price of the rupee. So it is as a balancing factor which we have to look at. Suppose we look at the rupee. Suppose let us look at the contra part of it. Suppose we become a very good economy, developed economy, we are equivalent economy of the EU, and suppose the rupee goes up to 50 rupees to a 20 rupees to a dollar or 50 rupees to a pound. What happens? You are going to get less rupees. Your rupee is so powerful today. You can look at that, but my exports have become more competitive. What happens? They have become more pricey. We will not be able to export. Suppose we are exporting our textiles at 93 rupees to a dollar. Suppose we will be exporting at 50 rupees to a dollar or to a pound or 20 rupees to a dollar. I'm just talking about, I'm just doing a figurative figure. Whereas if you look at Vietnam, Cambodia and other nations which have not grown like India as we are talking about, they'll be able to throw us out of the market. We will not be able to, because our products have become pricey, because vis-a-vis our price of the rupee has gone equivalent to the price of a dollar. So people were getting, suppose you take Vietnam, a dong. Suppose one dong was equivalent to say $1,000. Say 1,000 dong is equal to $1. And suppose we are having equivalent now 90 rupees to a dollar. We will be able to match each other. If the dong and the rupee are nearly balanced out, America is not bothered where they import it from. EU is not bothered where they import it from, as long as they get it at a good price. For them, the price of that particular material will be sufficient to meet the requirements at the prices they like to sell it in their markets. So when we look at the contra part of it, the price of the dollar, we have to keep the rupee always lower than the euro or the dollar or the pound to survive, to export. Are we going to live like that throughout our lives? Throughout the history of India, are we going to be a poor nation where we will not be able to compete? That's a thought process which you think differently. Why not we think differently? I'm just telling you, just think about it differently. I'm not saying that should happen. So it is it's a two-edged weapon, the dollar vis-a-vis the rupee and the rupee vis-a-vis the euro, etc. There's a lot of, difficulty in balancing it out. You are in a tightrope. You are like that person who balances on the, both ends of a bamboo stick and tries to walk across. It's like a balancing figure, balancing. So what do we need? The need is a developed economy. But when you develop your economy, you are going to start increasing your exports and increasing as you grow bigger and bigger. you are going to have, suppose your rupee might become more powerful. When the only place where you will be benefiting will be oil industry, arms industry. These are the places India will benefit when it's got a powerful rupee. Because instead of paying, I praying through my nose because I have 90 rupees equivalent to a dollar. If suppose it's 20 rupees to a dollar, I'll pay less number of rupees to get a dollar to buy my oil. So oil prices for India will be good. I'll be able to get oil at that particular price, the same quantity of oil. If you're spending 17 lakh crores, I may spend only 1/10 of it. I may spend only one, equivalent will be 1.7 lakh crores. Well, what are the consequences of it? I'm selling, suppose I'm selling a shirt today at $2. Now, I will not be able to sell it at $2. Are able to get my point? It's going to be difficult. Where are we looking at? Where are we looking at? How are we looking at? And how are we going to handle the issue is very important. Because today, our export market, we are not a big exporter. We are not a very good, when compared to the China and other countries, we are not great exporters. And therefore, we are surviving today. We want to grow like China. So I think it is 7 yuan to a dollar or something. I'm not very clear about it. 7 yuan or 10 yuan to a dollar. Therefore, it is a competitive market if China wants to export to US. But US companies have invested heavily in China, and China's manufacturing is the manufacturing center for US. India is not so. And all American companies export from China and get the money into US dollars. So China is grown on the funding of the US, just like Germany and Japan after the war. China has grown not because of its inherent strength, because America pumped in money in the form of forming companies in China, setting up manufacturing units. The cost of the materials, cost of the labor was so low that they were able to make huge profits selling an iPhone, selling a Pixel phone, selling a Samsung, because the labor was cheap. You are spending 20 rupees to a dollar. Today we are giving 90 rupees to a dollar. Therefore, my labor cost is so low in India that when I export an iPhone, the cost of iPhone, which should have cost in the US, say $100, I'm manufacturing at $20 because my labor cost is so low, and I'm selling it at $50. And you can imagine the margin, which I'm just giving a rough figure. Don't take it seriously. I'm telling you a rough figure. The profit concept is what I'm trying to get into you. The concept of how much of profits the firms like Apple and Google Pix are making. So, where are we heading to is very, very important, how we handle the situation. Because our exports are low, we are able to manage today. But suppose, and because of that, our rupee vis-a-vis the dollar is low. It's a very controversial subject. I'm not saying what I'm saying may be right or wrong. What I'm trying to say is, think. How do we think differently to arrive at a conclusion? If suppose the rupee starts driving up, which are the markets will get hit? Our textile markets, which is a high labor market, will get hit. Our fishing industry, which is a high labor market, will get hit. Now, when that gets hit, the lower man gets hit. But the price of oil will be lower. So we can buy bigger cars, or we can buy more cars or more scooters. When oil becomes cheaper, the price of oil, the petrol will become cheaper. We'll drive more. Oh, happiness. But what about our textile industry? It will not be able to be competing in the world market. Other countries will take it over. Your fishing industry will get hit. So many industries which depend on the low cost of labor on which India is able to export and challenge other countries, is the area which we should apply our mind. So, is it buying oil at 1.7 lakh crores, the same amount, or 17 lakh crores, and hitting the lower man in his stomach because the textile industry will die out if you are not able to export our exports, our textiles? So think about it. It's a very controversial subject. I hope some other people, apply their minds on this. And I hope they think about it differently, because what I'm trying to say is that think differently, you'll come to a different position in a short while. Thank you.